which is about a 2.5 inch flower. You're going to want to cut 6 rectangles that are going to be 1.5 inch by 2 inch, okay? So 6 squares, 1.5 inch by 2 inch, okay? And I'm not worried about any of the fray edges. I think that kind of, you know, adds a little character to it. So, all right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your 6 one at a time, and if you hold it just like this here, I'm going to flip it over. This one's got a little lighter side on the fabric, and I'm going to take this bottom corner and I'm going to fold it up to where I have this little, and their little points are both even, so it's like a little triangle right there, okay? So I'm going to grab it in the center here, and I'm going to use a hot glue gun, and I'm just going to barely open it up, and I'm going to put a dot right there in the center. You don't need a lot, just a little dot. Alright, I'm going to set it down flat here, and I want to press down right there in the center on that glue dot as flat as I can get it. Okay, when you do it as flat as you can, it presses down there and keeps your edges up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to all 6 of these. So again, folding it over, I want these 2 points even. Okay, hold it in the center there. Just barely open it up and put a dot right there in the middle. Again, not too much glue. You don't need it much. Push it down as flat as I can get it. All right. Quickly do this to all of these here. Now these is just the sizes that I chose. Once you get the hang of these, you can, you know, do different sizes and rectangles. Fold it over, dot in the center. Remember, your glue is hot. I like to use, for this project, I like to use a hot glue gun since it dries quickly. Alright, so I've done 5 of them, and I'm going to leave the 6th one to the side just for right now, okay? Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these, okay, and I'm going to turn it just like so, okay? So now I have my 5 pieces there. So now I have my little triangle that's pointing this way, okay, and I am going to put a dot right here in the center, just a little dot. Again, don't need a lot of glue on these. I'm going to take the second one, okay, and I'm going to hold it right over here, so then this point on this side is going to stick right there in the middle of that triangle. Again, I want to press down right here as flat as I can get it. Alright, and now I'm going to turn, so this one is now completely facing this way. So I'm going to take my next one, put my dot in the center there. And then same thing, I'm going to take this point where it sticks right there in the middle of that triangle and push flat down. There we go. And turn. Gotta love hot glue gun and the string. Alright, little dot. Same thing, straight up. This point's gonna go right there in that little triangle. And push down. And turn.
Get ready, get ready.
Go. Alright, I'll take the 5th one, same thing. Alright. So now I took all 5 of my rectangles and went all the way around. Now I'm going to take my 6th one, okay, and I am going to use some scissors, and I'm going to cut this one directly in half. So now that gives me 2 rectangles now, okay? And I'm going to follow the first steps. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to take my bottom corner and bring it up. So I have my 2 points there that are even. put my dot in the center here. Just a little dot. Flatten it as much as I can. Good. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Bottom corner. Go. Okay, so I've got each of these folded, my smaller rectangles. Okay, so there's 2 of those. All right, so now I'm going to take my flower, and so the last one on top was going this way. So same thing, I'm going to turn it to continue, just like if I had the next flower, and I'm going, or the next rectangle. So I'm going to put another dot right here in the middle. All right, so then I'm going to take this. Oops. There we go. Sorry. All right, and same thing. This corner is going to be pointing out toward that way there. And I'm actually going to put it halfway on the dot. Turn it. I'm going to take the other one, and I'm going to share that dot of glue, and I'm just barely going to overlap this last rectangle that I put on there. Just push it down as flat as I can. There we go. So that one is completed. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to embellish the center. And I've already pre-chose a couple little buttons here. Got a little flower and a yellow button. I'm actually going to put that in the center there. Okay? Alright, so first I'm going to put a little glue on this little one. And with buttons, you don't want the glue to come out the holes. So I'm just going to put a couple little dots around the edge. And then I'm just not going to press down too hard so it doesn't squeeze out the sides. There we go. Get rid of all the little strings. Okay. Alright, and then, oh, that one's coming up. Glue out dry on that one. Alright. Okay. Alright, so then I'm going to put glue on the back of this button. And put her right here in the center. Press that down. And it's all set. Now with these flowers, they do have more of a square shape because the amount of rectangles that I used. So if you would like a more round flower to kind of fill out your flower, you can take a different color. For example, I've already cut out some of these here. Same size, these ones were the 1.5 by 2 inch rectangles that I folded over, same thing even on the corners there. And I only need 4, okay, for this size one. And all I'm going to do is, if I look at this square, I have a flat edge, you know, the four sides of the square there. And I'm just going to slide one under there so my 2 points are right there in the center of my square. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And same thing on this side. Go. And same thing on this side. Okay. Alright, and then I could glue that down there. So I can lift this up as a whole and kind of show you a little better. There you go. And I would have a more rounded flower. Okay? Alright, so hopefully you like this video, and I would love to see some of your fabric flowers. Alright, you guys have a great day. Thanks.